What's going on, y'all? It's Conscious One coming at you. So I just wanna continue with this. I want to go ahead and start reading some results about does is there any I typed in, is there any living organism that doesn't need water to live? Is there any living organism that doesn't need water to live? And we're gonna see what we come up with. I'm on Quora because Shadow Ninja Kenny, he I'm ready to throw out the books of the Library Alexandria. I'm ready to throw those books away now because of the statement he made. You know, because he said that he don't believe they're a half truth. He don't believe every truth is a half truth, and he put himself out there. And here I am. I'm about to go on a Kindle rampage and burn all the. I'm about to burn the whole Library Alexandria because of that one statement. But let's give him a chance to see what this is, what it says. Let's see what we come up with, y'all. The way I feel, before I get to that though, I just want to say that the way that or what I think about um, the way that I think about the Hermetic text is that these are universal principles, and I think that's why I had a hard time reading it when I first started reading it because it really didn't make any sense to me. But I think it speaks like on it from a universal principle. It's not just speaking to living organisms in 3D Earth. I think it's the knowledge you can learn from a Hermetic text it's multidimensional. Just like that whole thing, as above, so below. Because we're right now we're below. We're not above. We're below. But if you can study these Hermetic texts and understand them, overstand them, I think that truly are that these texts are like multidimensional. They're universal in their principle. The knowledge that we have is earthbound knowledge. That's all we know. It's kind of like when Jesus was performing all these miracles in the Bible, and I forgot how when somebody kept asking him questions, and he said, "How did he say?" He said, "If you can't even understand earthly things that I'm teaching you, how are you gonna understand heavenly things?" Because they kept asking him questions. They was being a smartass to Jesus. And Jesus was, again, he was just like, you don't even understand what earthly things I'm telling you. How can you understand things from where my Father's kingdom is? You can't even understand what I'm trying to tell you on earth. Because when you say all living organisms, what exactly uh, what is a living organism? Are you just talking about the flesh? Are you talking about the flesh and spirit? And what is a living organism? There's so much we're unaware of. But let's get to this. Let's get to this subject. All right. So again, I typed in, is there any living organism that doesn't need water to live? Okay. So here's a guy, C. Stuart Hardwick. He's a sci-fi author and science nerd. He says, no, not on Earth anyway. There are organisms that can survive as spores without water, but all require water. The reason is that life here is based around a chemistry of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, phosphorus, and hydrogen. See, this is man's limited this is man's limited knowledge. It says he goes on to say, not only does water form a highly useful solvent for such chemistry, and by the way, the word chemistry comes from chemet. He goes on to say it forms naturally under any conditions where such chemistry can occur, so far as we know. You see what he say? He says, so far as we know. As we know. But Kenny knows everything. Right? That's why he can go out of his way to say something on a slide tip to me to try to sound intelligent. He goes on to say there is some speculation, however, that organic life might be able to exist in environments where cryogenic hydrocarbons prevail. Hydrocarbons, by the way, has to do with melanin. Where hydrocarbons prevail, such as the moons of Jupiter and Saturn. Oh man, this guy, you could tell he's a sci-fi author and science nerd. He just went off the Earth plane, y'all. He goes on to say this may well be, but there is little energy available in such places. So we'll see, he says. So we'll see. So he's leaving it open to speculation because he says no, not on Earth anyway. But then he says so far as we know. Then he says, however, that organic life might be able to exist in environments where cryogenic hydrocarbons, aka melanin, prevail, such as the moons of Jupiter. It's a good thing I study Bobby Hemmett, boy. I tell you. Oh my God, I tell you. But let's keep going. Let's keep going, y'all. Hydrocarbons. If y'all want to know about hydrocarbons, go watch a movie called Phantoms. When that black thing is coming up from the ground, it has an intelligence, and that has to do with the black goo. You see, Kenny, you're gonna have to wake up pretty early to try to make me feel stupid. Okay, because everything that I'm saying is based on experience. I don't talk out my asshole, Kenny. Most of the stuff I talk about, I get from scholars like Bobby Hemmett. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's mostly where I get my knowledge from. You know what I mean? But yeah, if y'all want to know about hydrocarbons, go watch the movie called Phantoms with Ben Affleck. I tell you all you need to know about hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons is associated with melanin, the black goo. Black goo has an intelligence. I believe they're actually using it in this technology, but we'll talk more about that later. Let's see if who else got a comment about this question. Does every living organism need water? Let's see if we can scroll down here. One guy says he's in programming. His name is Mai Hassan. He's a programmer. He say no, there isn't. All living organisms require water to live and survive. For example, plants need enough hydration to carry out photosynthesis. Animals also need water to carry out cell activity. It says some animals drink water regularly to keep hydrated, digest food, and build body fluids. Some fishes need salt water, and others need fresh water. So his answer is no. He says every living organism requires water to live and survive. Okay, let's go down some more. Another guy says a guy who works in maintenance. His name is Matthew Pointner. He says, as we currently understand physics? Question mark. No, it is impossible. He says, as we currently understand physics. You see, at least these guys got enough intelligence to know that they don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? He says water is needed for life. Life first started in our oceans. This is why we have hope that on Mars or another Earth-like planet that life was duplicated and we are not alone. All right. Here's another guy, Pat Harkin, worked at University of Leeds, whatever it is. He says, not that I am aware of. See? Not that I am aware of. This is what Pat Harkin says, who worked at the University of Leeds. That's no, not that I am aware of. See, at least they got see, that's humility when you can admit that you are not aware of everything. He says all biochemistry on Earth is based on water-based chemistry. There are, however, several animals which do not drink liquid water. Okay. I didn't know that. Here's a guy, Issa Culture, degrees in anthropology. No, water is a special molecule that allows a very wide variety of energy transfer chemistries that no other known molecule comes close to making possible. No other known molecule. Known. See, the key word here is known. Aware of. Okay. Let's move on. Here's another guy. Not that we know of. This is Lana Palgovich. He's he got an MA Latin Language and Literature, University of Zagreb, Faculty of Philosophy. He says not that we know of, but there is some speculation that there might be some life in the lakes of liquid methane on the Saturn moon Titan using methane as a solvent instead of water. I mean, come on, y'all. I see y'all didn't give me the thumbs up on my last thing, so I had to come back out and prove what I'm saying. We going on 10 minutes now. We got some guys that are saying not that we are aware of, not that we know, and they're going outside the Earth realm talking about Saturn and Jupiter. How they know that, I don't know, but at least they're giving credence that it could be possibly something, some kind of other living organism out there that we are not aware of that does not need water. Oh man, I'm gonna end it right here, y'all. Listen, everything is half truth, all right. And the only way you can know everything is half truth is if you remain humble and live by the ways of humility, because humility is gonna let you know that you don't know nothing. Okay, that's what humility is gonna do. I just have to get on Shadow Ninja Kennedy because he's going out of his way, to check me on my YouTube channel when I don't even see a face of this person. So, I just have to go there. Not that I'm bothered or anything about it, but again, I was about to throw away my whole library of Alexandria because of Shadow Ninja Kenny. I'm out, y'all. Peace.